Hello there YouTube, it's your boy B3, back with another kicking graphic novel review. Today's trade is the Immortal Hulk Great Power. Yes, it's part of Al Ewing's Immortal Hulk run. It's just kind of some little one-shotty type things. Just some stuff, just some extras that were outside the main title, collected together so that you could kind of get everything if you're the type that reads trades. These days, I really only collect single issues as like art pieces, and I read trades. That's pretty much how I be doing things these days. But let me read you the back of the book real quick here. The Immortal Hulk stars in Tales to Astonish from some of the most incredible talents in comics. When Bruce Banner wakes up as himself in the dead of night, he thinks he's finally free. But the Hulk is immortal. He has a new alter ego, Peter Parker. Then after a young girl goes missing on a Kansas farm, Banner searches for answers, but this town doesn't take kindly to strangers, especially the big, green, violent kind. When a new gamma-powered villain shows up in a small New Mexico town, Bruce is forced to confront the source of his anger. And it's not what you expect. And Bruce Banner faces a challenge unlike any he's seen before, as he enters the Emerald Cinema. Collecting Immortal Hulk Great Power, The Threshing Place, Flatline, and material from Time of Monsters by Tom Taylor, Jeff Lemire, Declan Jarvie, David Vaughn, George Molina, Mike Del Mundo, Kevin Nowlin, Adrino De Benito, Roberto Paggi, David Cruel, and Marco D'Alfonso. I butchered half those names. But many of them are very recognizable names. Very recognizable. Rated T for teen from Marvel Comics. So let's go through these little stories here. Alright. First up is the Tom Taylor one. Great Power. Everybody loves Tom Taylor's work. He does incredible work on like everything. Okay, so Bruce Banner wakes up at night, as it said. He doesn't remember anything. Spider-Man wakes up, doesn't really remember anything. And the Hulk seems to have been transferred into Peter, which I guess is why Peter kind of behaves and thinks like Savage Hulk. Marvel's recently been a little inconsistent with Hulk personas. A lot of people, when they Hulk out, see, like Bruce Banner, the reason the Hulk is a different person than him is because of his own mental illness and trauma. But someone who's healthier and doesn't have dissociative identity disorder should just be themselves as a Hulk. But a lot of them do kind of become rage monsters that talk like cavemen. And for that, they say a lot of people's minds can't handle the power initially. That also makes sense. But it's just kind of inconsistent a lot of the time. And I try to sort it all out in my head. It's like with Jeff Loeb's A-Bomb. At first, he was kind of caveman-y and didn't consider himself Rick Jones. But then they retconned it, and he was suddenly articulate, and it was just Rick's mind in the A-Bomb body. And then they were like, oh, my brain and my psyche just had to get used to this big, sudden change. And it's like, that makes sense, but it's just not... Marvel needs to kind of streamline what the Hulk is a little, I think. Which I think Immortal Hulk kind of did perfectly for Bruce Banner. Kind of should have been his swan song, to be honest. Someone said that in a comment. I think it was on the Omnibus video. And I do agree. But that doesn't mean he wouldn't be around in comics. Maybe he could be like a mentor or side character. But as a main character, Immortal Hulk would have been a perfect ending for him. Damn. Anyway, Spider-Man's swinging around all hulked out. Fantastic Four comes to fight him. And this is reminiscent of Spider-Hulk. I don't know if any of you know about Spider-Hulk. Variant Comics, I believe, did a good video on it forever ago, I feel like. When Spider-Man got turned into the Hulk, but they take Spidey and Bruce Banner to this island where, you know, Spider-Man can Hulk out and not hurt anybody, but Bruce also doesn't want to let him be alone. Very nice of him. And this is around the time Loki was trying to be a bit more heroic. And he took the power out of Bruce Banner, the Hulk power out. And he didn't realize that it didn't just disappear, that it got transplanted into Spider-Man. And he was like, oh yeah, that's right. It's very Full Metal Alchemist law of equivalent exchange magic kind of thing. Where it's like, oh yeah, magic has to go somewhere. Loki was like, yeah, the rules of magic on Earth, on Midgard here, are different than in Asgard. I forgot. My bad. I'll fix it. Whatnot. And everything. He doesn't. But Bruce and Spider-Man have to kind of work it out together. But it does work out. And we find out that the Hulk's minds, since they're all split up, and the Hulk wasn't active, Bruce Banner was the one active, when Doctor Strange cast his spell, making the world forget who Spider-Man was, the Hulk still remembered. You might have actually seen that page floating around online. I've seen it many times on comic Twitter, just a page of the Hulk knowing who Spider-Man was. But Bruce not. That was because of Doctor Strange's spell, which was broken by Peter in Spider Island, so people can relearn his identity. But I digress. I think I've reviewed Spider Island. Have I? Honest to God, I don't remember. Wow. Anyway, the Hulk leaves. Status quo returns to normal. Everything's fine. Bada bing, bada boom. And then we have the threshing place, which is good, even though it has some predictable parts. I really like the art. I like Bruce being able to see the Hulk in every reflection. I thought that was cool whenever it's been done. But a little girl is missing, and there's a monster running around causing havoc. Now, if you've spent any time in monster media or in comic books, and spoilers for those who haven't caught on, you know damn well the little girl's the monster, right? You didn't have to be told that. But her dad, beats the shit out of Bruce Banner because he's a stranger snooping around. And Bruce found one of her hair clips as a clue, and the dad saw him with it. Thought he was the killer. Understandable. That's understandable. Sorry, Bruce. There's also a beautifully horrific Hulk transformation in this. It's a single panel, full page, no text, just a beautiful mass of gore and color. It's the most insane Hulk transformation I've ever seen, and that's holding it up to every single other Hulk transformation in Immortal Hulk. I would have it as a poster on my wall. Magnificent art. I don't want to show it to you here. I want you to experience it when you turn the page in the comic. That's one of the reasons I don't show images of everything that's happening. I want people to experience these comics themselves. Yeah, there's spoilers in these reviews, but it's never the same as experiencing it yourself, you know? Anyways, looks like Hulk kills a few humans in this, and this is Devil Hulk, not Savage Hulk. Savage Hulk doesn't intentionally kill human beings, but Devil Hulk does. And there's also, just some of the horror visuals in this are incredible. And when Hulk finds the monster, which is the little girl, he sucks the gamma out of her, which is something that used to be what Red Hulk did, and now Bruce Banner can do it too. So interesting the way it's done. Like these weird, freakish holes open up on the Hulk's body, and it sucks the flesh off of the monster until it reveals the little girl inside, and all the flesh goes into the Hulk. Incredible idea. So cool. As I said, it's easy to figure out that the little girl is the effing monster. But the story is good. It's got a lot of emotion, you know. Turns out the girl was being experimented on intentionally by people. And the Hulk does some... Devil Hulk slaughters all these gamma scientists for experimenting on a little girl. It's insane. But she and her father have to now kind of go into hiding because the government's just going to try to find her. And Bruce goes on his way. But the threshing place, amazing story. You have to read it for yourself, even if it's just for the beautiful visuals. Magnificent. Then we go to Flatline. Also pretty good. You know, Bruce Banner, the Hulk is intentionally leaving him in the middle of the desert when he wakes up. To fuck with him. So he has to leave spare clothes at work. He's a dishwasher that gets paid under the table. And And then one of his old professors shows up. Turns out she's a gamma mutate trying to help him. It's easy to guess she's a gamma mutate. And I guessed a few other things that were foreshadowed very well. Not as obvious as the threshing place girl was the monster thing, but, you know. And her gamma mutate powers were very cool. It was almost more like psychic abilities. Very, very interesting. It's still smashy, but smash with brain, not with body. And we get to see the below place, the gamma hell. And it's very interesting because whenever they show it to us, it's like upside down. It's so cool. Very cool the way this is done. And it's drawn beautifully. I mean, she rips the Hulk apart with her mind powers and stuff. And the title will tell you how it ends. Very interesting book. Really enjoyed Flatline. Then we got a little more from Time of Monsters. Some of the Time of Monsters stuff is in the last Immortal Hulk thing we reviewed. Volume 11 or whatever. And then some of it's in this. So he goes to this theater being run by the Scarecrow. This is the Marvel Scarecrow, who has hypnotic powers and fear is like sustenance to him. DC's Scarecrow is better, but this Scarecrow actually is still pretty interesting. They should change him up visually, I think, to make him look a bit different than Jonathan Crane, you know? But he has all these people in this movie theater, and every one of them sees their greatest fear on the screen, and then he feeds on that fear. He tries that on the Hulk. Doesn't go as well for him. He ends up getting things turned around on him, and it implies the Hulk kills him. Like the Hulk sets him on fire and is holding a pitchfork like he's going to stab him. But the thing is, it doesn't show the Hulk kill him so that they can bring Scarecrow back whenever they want. But the thing about Marvel Scarecrow is he's probably a character they'd be willing to kill and leave dead. But whatever. Like who even cares? Anyway, that is the Immortal Hulk. Great power. This is probably the last Immortal Hulk. I've reviewed all the single trades, the first omnibus trade, and then the trades that collect the little like side issues, single issues, tie-ins and stuff, you know. I reviewed all of it. Very fun, and I am going to make a big compilation video of all of it as well. I think that'll be nice. My tripod is broken right now, so I'm trying to focus on videos like these where I don't really need my tripod. Why don't you just get a new one? I will. I have a lot going on, all right? I have a job where I'm trying to get promoted to full-time. I should be promoted around summer. I am trying to move in October. I'm trying to get a new vehicle, and I'm running my own business on top of that. I'm a very busy guy, all right? So even if I got a tripod, I probably wouldn't be using it as much as I'd like. But these are easy because I can just sit here and wax poetic about them after I read them. And I do like to spend my free time reading comics. It's a nice little escape. But that's it. Thank you all very much for your support. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. Check out all the cool links in the description below. Facebook, Twitter, etc. And I'll be seeing you all next time. Bye for now.